Hi, this is Chloe. We're back in the kitchen today making a couple of fun recipes, Mexican lasagna and a nut cheese. So come on back in the kitchen with Optimize for Life. Alright, this is the ingredients for our Mexican lasagna. We're going to be using black beans, and I just cooked them up in the pressure cooker. And we have about 3 cups there. What makes this recipe really super easy is we're going to be using salsa. Now if you want to use a tomato mixture and mix in your own seasonings like cumin and oregano and chili powder, you can definitely do that, but it makes it really simple to use the salsa. We have a 1/3 cup of green chilies. Today we're using a mixture of black beans and corn and chilies. I just bought it in the frozen section. Just a real simple mixture there. You can just use straight corn if you want to. We have our green onions all chopped up, and I have taken and diced up the corn tortillas today. And I have them divided in half because we're going to be doing 2 layers. Also, you notice that I have saved the green onion bottoms, the root part. I'm going to plant those, and perhaps in another video you can see how they do. I've done it before and it's really kind of cool. They do regrow. So now we're going to start putting this together. We're going to start by sprinkling our chopped up corn tortillas onto the bottom, kind of evenly distributing them on the bottom of our pan. Then we will sprinkle on our black beans. We're going to do half in each layer. Try to get that even too. Try to spread it out a little bit. We can add about half of our corn mixture. And this was frozen, so still kind of chunked together, but I rinsed it and get it apart. And then we will take our green chilies and sprinkle them on as well. At this point you could add rice if you wanted to. That would be a nice addition to this dish. Sprinkle on some of our green onions. And then we're going to top it all off with our salsa. I'm going to put about a cup on, cup to a cup and a half, depending on how moist you want it to be. Well, I guess I'm going to add more like a cup and a half on this layer, just because we like it to be able to taste it real well and flavor up the dish. Okay, now we can do this again, the second layer. Okay, we have both layers put together now, and for some added flavor, I'm going to add some nut cheese. And I've taken and made this recipe, and once it cooled down, I put it in this Ziploc bag, and I snip a corner off so I can use it like a squeeze cheese. Squeeze it on. Seems to work really well as far as getting the cheese on a little more evenly. And this is a really nice little recipe. And this adds a little flavor to our dish here. Alright, once this is all put together, we'll put it in the oven and bake it at 350 degrees. And we will take a look at how it looks when it's done. Our Mexican lasagna is served and ready to eat. Another unique dish from Optimize for Life. The ingredients for our nut cheese start with a half of a chopped up red pepper, 1/2 cup of cashews, 1/4 cup of oats, 1/4 cup of Nutritional yeast, 1/2 tablespoon of onion powder, and 1/2 tablespoon of salt, and a full tablespoon of lemon juice. We are going to place all of these ingredients in our blender bullet along with 3/4 cup of very hot water, and blend this until it is very smooth. If you have extra red pepper that you don't have something to do with, you can freeze it, cut it up, freeze it, put it in the freezer for another time of making nut cheese. It works very well. It's really nice to buy the peppers on sale and then you have them frozen ready for the next recipe. All of our ingredients are in our bullet. We are going to put our hot water in here, and once it is all in here, all the ingredients are in here, we'll put the top on the blender and blend this until it's very fine. It's very smooth. We've blended our mixture very smooth. It's very pretty color because of the red pepper. We have 1 cup of water on the stove boiling already, and to that cup of boiling water we're going to add our mixture. We took 1/4 cup of the hot water and saved it so we can rinse our bullet out. So altogether we have 2 cups of hot water. And we're going to let this come to thickness on the stove here over this heat. While this is heating, we definitely want to keep stirring it so that it doesn't stick. And once it comes to a boil, we're going to just let it cool down and it's ready to eat hot, or you can serve it cold, whichever way you need it. It's great for dipping nachos in, or corn chips in, and all kinds of other things. And I hope you'll be delighted with the flavor. See how nice and thick it's getting? And it even thickens up more so once it cools down. If you wanted to make it even thicker, like into a cheese block or something, you could add some agar-agar into your water, your boiling water. Boil that for 5 minutes and then add your ingredients, and that would thicken it right up to a hard block state. All right. We're going to let this cool down, and I'm going to show you another trick that I really like doing with this cheese. Our nut cheese has cooled down, and I'm going to put it into a Ziploc bag and refrigerate it for use at another time. You can take the Ziploc bag and snip a corner and squeeze it out like squeezed cheese if you like too. It's a fun thing to do. All right, thank you for watching Optimize for Life. Another fine recipe to help optimize your life.